There's a place for you and me, a place that taught me to be more than I can be, a place where you are always there to see me through. You made me strong again. You lift my soul and lift my spirit higher. Nothing in this world can stop me now. You gave me strength to strive.
Good morning, everyone. Alright, so I'm going to just basically introduce my boss, Madam Agnes, to give a welcome address before we get into the presentation. Madam Agnes, please.
CEO, SNIDA representative, program coordinator selected, Madam Limjano, Limkokwing University Senior Vice President, Dr. Gail Palm, Limkokwing University of Creative Technology Council Chairman, Malaysia, Dr. Raja, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Now, for us, this is a very emotional yet very exciting day. It has been a journey, almost 1 year since the government of Sierra Leone, through the World Bank, picked our university as one of the beneficiaries of trying to have a curriculum that produces graduates that are job creators and not job seekers. We've done quite a number of activities. The program has trained our staff. After that, we went through pitch night activities, hackathon, and we have been able to refurbish and equip that innovation hub space, and this is where we are today. And thank you, all of you, for coming to grace, including our students and staff. I'm sure for all of us, our staff and students, it's very emotional about it, and we are very happy. And we want to thank you, all the partners, the development partners, the startup and media that have made this milestone a reality. So the program today is just to launch the lab, and I want to welcome each and every one of you, and thank you for joining us.
To continue the program, we would like to invite Dr. Raja Aznim Hisham to give a statement as we continue. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everybody. Like they say, all protocol observed, and thank you very much everyone here early in the morning. This is my first time in Sierra Leone, and I tell you Sierra Leone is something else. Especially after our yesterday, and well done. By the way, I am non-academic. I am an industry person, so this means a lot to me especially, and for the community. Now, in today's world, education is not just about getting the right qualification. It is also necessary to develop talents. Now that's what is all about, is talent. And the full potential of an individual. And we say individual, and it goes back to you. You have to realize your own potential. We are only here to guide you. Having a next generation with the ability to create and originate what we do here matters in other parts of the world. At Limkokwing University of Creative Technology, we believe it is our responsibility to ensure that our students are given every opportunity to get the best academic education as well as a variety of activities that will develop their talents through industry-related projects that will build confidence. The establishment of this innovation hub is definitely the right move, and we are honored to be selected as one of the universities for the initial support by Sierra Leone Economic Diversification Project and SME Innovation Agency SMEDA. LUCT Innovation Hub is truly grateful for support from SMEDA and SMEDA, the World Bank and CTI Consulting Limited in making our Limkokwing Entrepreneurship Accredited Platform, the business incubator space, as the ideal capacity building support the existing culture of entrepreneurship among young people of Freetown, particularly, and Sierra Leone in general. We, the Limkokwing community worldwide, shall lend support to this endeavor in making it a great success. Thank you very much, and cheers.
Alright, I'm seeing many familiar faces. This is a happy day for us and our students. So I would like to take you through the introduction to the Innovation Hub and also some of the models we use to manage the Innovation Hub. So without much further ado, I would like to start with the main goal of the project, basically. So SMEDA, SLED, and the World Bank saw a gap when we started this project. Many of us sitting here know the mindset of many students in higher institutions. They basically do not consider entrepreneurship as an option. And that creates a problem when they graduate, they start looking for a job, the economy is not growing, and all that. So to fill this gap, SMEDA, SLED, with sponsorship from the World Bank, thought it fit to train the higher institutions. 3 for a pilot, and we were very, very fortunate to be part of these 3 higher institutions. So I would quickly like to highlight some of the activities we started last year. The first activity is training of trainers, which was conducted by CTI Consulting Limited. And then activity number 2 was the hackathon. Then we moved to 2 pitch nights in November and December. And then here we are, activity number 4, the Innovation Hub. So I'll quickly would like to take you through the process. So this was the training of trainers conducted by CTI Consulting Limited, and CTI trained 13 of our staff to deliver entrepreneurship module. In the process of doing this, they actually come up with a new curriculum of entrepreneurship, and the teachers or the lecturers were trained on how to deliver. On the pictures here, you can see the training conducted by ours, Dr. Modupe from CTI, and our staff, and then you can see where we received the certificates and all that. So for this one, it was actually very, very immersive experience. It was very practical, and it was one of the greatest impact, I think, in the project. And I must commend the designers of this project itself, because every single component was very thoughtful. From the training of trainers, to the improvement of facilities, to the hackathon and pitch night, everything was really relevant in the long run. So the next activity was the hackathon. We started the hackathon in October, and I am very happy to announce to some of you who were not here that our students ended up winning the hackathon. It was more or less. So we also had external judges to make the process transparent, who came here to see the students' work, to give them feedback, and we think that was also another way of
protocols. I think one of the speakers started by saying Limkokwing was fortunate to have been selected. I would change that to say you deserve to have been selected. Standing here, I get goosebumps because this is the pilot, and we never thought we'd get this right, but we have, and it's all thanks to the management and staff of this university. Our intervention, I'm sure, is just the beginning of where this university is going. What we wanted was to change the discourse around entrepreneurship, to inspire our students. From the very first time we came here for the hackathons and pitch night, I knew that we had achieved that goal. When I felt the energy in the room, I felt the energy of the students. I strongly believe that amongst the student body, there are students that have the solutions to the problems that are facing Sierra Leone. I have no doubt. I must say thanks to CTI. When we were looking to recruit a consultant, we were extremely excited to have found someone that is Sierra Leonean, that understands the ecosystem, that understands the challenges. And from the presentation of Bashir, we see the journey he has taken this university through. And one thing that actually touched me again is that through this program, our universities have formed a close network. You talk about Minty Magai, you talk about Unimac. They're all working together to change the enterprise. Last week we were here, we decided to do a sports monitoring, and we were all blown away. And I must again thank the CEO of SMIDA for his drive, Mr. Sanon. He's always knocking on our doors, he's always pushing us to do more. Already we're discussing the second phase of our relationship or intervention in this space, and I want to say we're not done. We're not just going to open up the hub and we leave. For the second phase, we want to continue to work with Limkokwing to support them in experience sharing, in peer learning, in mentorship, and also to see how we can push those students with innovative ideas to help them become successful businesses. So we're here for the long haul. The project is in the second year. We have 3 more years to go. And for me, I always say, if at the end of this project, we're able to have one state-of-the-art innovation center in Sierra Leone, I will go to sleep and say we've done our job. And this is what we want to do. My colleagues and Titia from the World Bank are not here, unfortunately, but we'll find some time to bring them around. And I want to also bring my bosses at the Ministry of Finance, because this project actually sits in the Ministry of Finance, for them to see what you have done, not what we have done. Because we could have given you the grant and you chose to do something else, but you chose to use it wisely. You chose to use the technical assistance really, really well, and we'll see the results. So I just want to say thank you all, and we look forward to our continued relationship. Thank you.
As you can see, if some of our parents had this opportunity when they were much younger, I'm very sure that our country would have been in a better place. So we are very grateful for such opportunities, and we don't take them lightly. It's also helped with the youth problems that we see in Sierra Leone. We see a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking problems, and many, many more. But then with these opportunities, we're able to push ahead. And the fact that you see that they have given their word that they will help us right into the end, it shows you how very serious this project is, and we don't take it for granted. Can we please journey and put our hands together as welcome Dr. Motivated here.
Honorable Member of Parliament, Chairman of Limkokwing University, executives from Limkokwing worldwide, leaders of SMIDA and SLEDA, distinguished guests from society, including the Vice Chancellor of UNITEC, staff, and students of Limkokwing. And finally, fellow entrepreneurs in Sierra Leone. As I listened to all the comments made, I reflected on something that my mother told me. She said, it takes a village. Can you finish the sentence? It takes a village to raise a child. This was something she said to me at a time when, frankly, I was not in the mood to listen, because the reason why she told me was when one of my aunties, who I thought was very nosy, reported me because I had stolen the car and I had driven it out, and because of this auntie I was caught and I was beaten severely. So while I was grumbling about how this auntie should mind her own business, my mother told me this. I'm happy to say that I am now reformed and I do not steal cars anymore. But perhaps it was that spirit of initiative that led me into a life of entrepreneurship. And I'm conscious that in every society, whether it is an American society, a Malaysian society, a Sierra Leonean society, or a Ghanaian society, that every year there are people with entrepreneurial spirits who have ideas and dreams. I'm sure in this room we have a few, don't we? Raise your hand if you are one of them. Just raise your hand. That's right, that's right, that's right. Those who are afraid to raise their hands are going to be the ones who will work for us, who have raised their hands. But the difference is that the people who will go from the dreamers to the achievers, they need help. We are like seeds that can be planted on the ground. Once planted, if we're not watered, if we're not pruned, if we're not supported, then those seeds can die. And when entrepreneurial spirits die, they result in people who say, hey, yeah, the system bad, system rough. But when entrepreneurial spirits are nurtured, then they result in conquerors who become job creators. You see, folks, the reason why I am emotional today is because almost 20 years ago, there was an entrepreneur who had a great idea. Luckily for him, he was connected to an incubation hub. And that idea that sounded a little crazy today has led to a product and a service that I bet you at least 30% of us in this room use today. Has anybody had a Dropbox? Anybody had a Dropbox? Anybody use Dropbox? That's right. If it was not for an incubation hub, there would be no Dropbox today. Because that idea would have died inside the belly of the entrepreneur. Has anybody stayed at an Airbnb? Anybody heard of Airbnb? Yes. Airbnb has disrupted the hotel industry. It is another one that started again as a dream of somebody. But without that dream being nurtured, cared for, tended, supported, it would have died. So today, what we are doing is is not just launching an incubation hub. We are setting the stage for 10 years from now, 15 years from now, the next Dropbox, the next Airbnb, the next Uber is going to be originated right here in Limkokwing. Don't forget me only for one day. Indeed, we want to get away from that culture of begging. We want to get into a culture of creating value and therefore getting people to willingly part with their money in order for us to deliver that value to them. This is the reason why today Limkokwing is full of students. It's not because it's the cheapest university. You are certainly not. It's not because it's the oldest university. You are certainly not. It's not because it's the largest university with amazing sports facilities or this and that. You are not. But it is because it is the university that is delivering value to students. And when you deliver value to students, you will find out that the parents are the ones who will willingly part with their money. This is why there is so much demand for places at Limkokwing. As a managing partner of CTI and the CEO of BCA Leadership, my vision when I came back to Africa was to create 1 million jobs. I remember when I said it to somebody, they said, hey, you're going to be busy running a company with 1 million employees. I said, no, you have it wrong. I said, the way to create 1 million jobs is to empower others so that they can create the jobs. Fellow entrepreneurs, you are hereby empowered. And I want you to take that empowerment and run with it. Don't look back. Do not be deterred. Don't worry about those who say you cannot do it. Just find a way. That's what we do. We are entrepreneurs. The same way that Limkokwing found a way, you find a way. Because at the end of the day, Sierra Leone needs all of you to be successful. Thank you.
That was very inspiring and motivating. We see that one of the things that was spoken on was that the college dedication to bring forth value and to bring forth something of quality. To be honest, this is the first place that I've been. I've never liked mathematics, and I'm sure that most of us are here. I entered into this college, the way the lecturers taught me. I bought a book. That was the first ever book that I bought for mathematics to practice at home and to practice in the campus. Yeah, it's something that I'm going to put a head together for. And when I came to campus, everybody in the class were like, I came to buy a book for mathematics. You need to buy a book for mathematics. And I was like, yes, I need to practice it. And there are many more examples and testimonies that we have from Limkokwing. We are grateful for that. Can we please put our hands together for those who make such dreams to come true? The next person I want to call upon is from Smeda. It's Mr. Melvin Forey. Can we please put our hands together?
Thank you very much. Good morning all. I stand on the existing protocols. I bring greetings from the CEO and staff of the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency. Unfortunately, our CEO traveled and could not make it. We at SMIDA are very, very excited. So SMIDA was created by an act of parliament. We are an agency under the Ministry of Trade. Why was LIDA created? It was created for this purpose. It was realized that we had a missing gap. We had a missing gap for people who are starting business right down there, the startups. We had a missing gap for business in existence, but they are small in existence, but they are small. How can we grow them? How can we focus the lens and the light upon them? Because we realize they make up over 60% of our nation's business people. If they grow, our economy will grow. So we are created in 2016, and we developed our strategic plan. 5 pillars, but I just want to dilate on one, which really ties to what we're doing here. Our 5th pillar is to promote the culture of entrepreneurship. And that pillar focuses on young minds. Okay, the old guys exist in business, went through the university, went through education, without actually having the opportunity to be introduced to entrepreneurial mindset, entrepreneurial thinking. But we think the starting place where we're going to start is with the young minds. So within that pillar, we're working with schools and universities. Right from the secondary school, we want to tell our young people, we want to teach them to be entrepreneurial in their mind. Not just to create businesses, because you could be an entrepreneur within an institution, use the skills of an entrepreneur within an existing idea and still achieve your end goal. So yes, of course, we want many businesses. Permit me please to digress a little bit. So, growing up, I've always been excited, and I've always been nosy, looking for things. So I remember one day, the first time of coming in contact with a laptop, I think I was from 2 or 3. I took apart the laptop, went into the system, corrupted everything, and it had to be taken back to the engineer to review. And that was the time when laptop was not as popular as it is now. So I always knew I had this knack. But also, like the last young man said, I was scared of math, so I didn't go to the sciences or to the businesses. Guess where I went to? I went to read history and political science. In fact, I didn't go direct to history and political science. I went to study cultural studies. We studied debut, we studied theater art, we studied drama. That's where I started. For 2 years, got a certificate, went to undergraduate. I was leaving the university to be a degree with hundreds of my colleagues of the same qualification. I was leaving the university meeting others, thousands who had that same qualification. And guess what? Of course, I was expected to go to the teaching field for the first part. And I did apply. I never wanted to be a teacher, but I applied. Unfortunately, I was turned down. I'm happy I was turned down. Why I'm explaining this? Within the period of my final exams and graduation ceremony in December, I had an opportunity. This white young guy came from the States. He was doing some work and research and decided to use his personal funds to set up a program. It was called the Salon Entrepreneurship Education Development Program. The way it was designed, similar to what we're doing, but it was to take 6 months to go through weekly entrepreneurial trainings, and at the end, give us a certificate, and then some seed money to start the business. I saw the opportunity, I jumped into it. Yes, we started. We did 2 months, 3 months, money done. Program cannot continue. And that was where I had the first idea of my business for sale cassava leaves. Yes, for sale cassava leaves. I have a business idea. That was 15 years ago, as I'm talking now.
That was something great and wonderful. Something I got from it was to be dedicated, to be resilient, never give up, and to fight for something that is your dream. It seems that many of us have dropped what we thought we really loved because of, oh, no money, I am poor, what do my parents do, many things. But then an idea is so crazy till you start working upon it, and then it becomes beautiful. So please be dedicated and be resilient. Now we have gone through this awesome and wonderful program and want to get to the end of it. So please welcome Mr. Richard Yankee as he comes for the closing remark on behalf of the Limkokwing University of Creative Technology. Can you please?
From graduating 91 students on Saturday to launching a state-of-the-art innovation hub. I think Limkokwing are doing well. So, Dr. Molupe, we are not only going to disrupt the educational space, we are also going to disrupt the innovation and entrepreneurship space as well. Before closing, I would like to recognize the presence of Dr. Josephus Bremer, the Chief Technical and Education Officer at MTHE, as co-vaccine University. It gives me a great pleasure to bring this launch of Limkokwing Innovation Hub to a close. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you joining us today to celebrate this momentous occasion. A special thanks to our sponsors, the World Bank, Sierra Leone, Smida, and to our consultants, an amazing consultant, CTI. Your support and commitment to promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in our country is truly appreciated. The establishment of the Limkokwing Innovation Hub marks a new chapter in our efforts to support and cultivate the next generation of entrepreneurs and innovators. With the current state-of-the-art facility, expert mentorship, and a vibrant staff, we are confident that the hub will play a key role in supporting the growth and development of many small businesses and startups. We look forward to working with you further on various projects aimed at promoting entrepreneurship and innovation. And we believe that your continued support will be instrumental in our efforts. Once again, thank you all of you for being part of this exciting day, and we look forward to making many more memories together in the years to come. Thank you.
A pre-ultimate student at Limkokwing University studying international business. I'm the CEO of the Way Out Salon. 2 years back, I was employed to be part of the management of an organization which creates events. We end up in going 2 months to tickets at the same time. So by then, I was in year 2 studying international business. I had the creative mindset and innovative skill. So I came up with the business name, The Way Out Salon, which creates what? The solution to those problems. One, The Way Out Salon observe some of these problems that are facing by what? Event creators. Event creators face so much challenges in organizing their events and also are afraid to lose these tickets and also acknowledging events. There is a lot of problems going on in the countries because we are not able to acknowledge events that are present, and also there is what platform to use for a successful and profitable event. Through The Way Out, we have been able to solve some of these problems. One, we provide solutions to event creators. We help them with the dashboard where they can get. Ladies and gentlemen, for my segmentation, you can see that my business will be able to make profits in the next 1 year. For my projection, from $1,500, which I want now for me to purchase a computer that I'll be able to use in the gate for me to verify tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. For a wide understanding of this,
I'm a member of the team that won the hackathon last year, and these are my team members. So for our problem statements during the hackathon, we had a problem that SLBL, which is a Sierra Leone company in Sierra Leone, they have difficulties printing raffle tickets. So they spend a lot of money, high cost of printing raffle tickets for consumers during their raffle events. And also, they do have a problem in gathering data for each customer. So what we decided to do as a team is to develop a system where we can do raffle digitally, where customers can come in, you meet an IT personnel with text, then you can do your raffle instead of printing tickets regularly. And we also did a computational system analysis of data and all these statistics during this event. So the admin at SLBL will be able to know how many drinks that you have sold. They will also be able to know how many consumers that bought their drinks, the age rate, and also the sex. So let's go through the system. So this is our system.
Eco Agribusiness Corporate Limited. Thank you all for attending, and a big welcome, a big thank to all my. My business focuses on agriculture. There is this saying of John Salazar. I have always said there is only one thing, I quote, I have always said there is only one thing that can bring our nation down, our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy. And that is the passion that my company comes up with. So we reduce the dependency on foreign countries for Sierra Leone's food in terms of agriculture. So we decided to tap into the agro-processing sector of agriculture because we know the pain that for food processing to be an important aspect of us, it has to be modernized so that it can not only help my company but also help the final consumer. For instance, my cassava fufu flour. In a local way, we used to eat fufu through the wet paste. So my company decided to sit and think of an innovative way that we can transform this wet paste that do not last for a longer period of time compared to rice, and it's painstaking in the preparation, so it can be in the form of a flour. And with that, we've been able to start with one of our indigenous local roots and tubers because we have abundance in Sierra Leone. We start with cassava, and we look for high technology way of processing this cassava into this better form of a product rather than the fufu paste. And with this, cassava is a plant-based resilience crop, and it can help in the fight against food self-sufficiency and the much importation of rice. We can be able to export our value and gain money and provide employment for people. And with that, with this cassava, it can be used for fufu paste and also even as porridge and in the baking industry. So if you look at this market share, it can tell you that this is a promising product that can yield so much fun for not only I but also potential investors that want to come in for us to set up factory machineries and also export, and it will help the fight against food self-sufficiency. And with this, the World Bank came into my aid. And as I'm talking, one of the major aspects that this World Bank fund is going to help my business is having a standardized packaging that can match international platform. So I further look into more potential investors so I can have my factory, my machineries, and then we can help. And add value to our local roots, fruits and tubers, and let the dependency be on us in the fight against agriculture and food self-sufficiency. Thank you very much.
Clothing in Sierra for Muslim women and non-Muslim women, and also for exporting these clothing out of Sierra. So as a new student in Limkokwing in semester 1, we are taught a module called Creative Studies. This module, they teach us to think of problems in our society, think of profitable solutions to solve those problems. So from your first 3 months at Limkokwing, your brain has been altered to think of what you want to do in your future, how you want to think of success. It's not just seeking job out after university, but thinking of profitable solutions. So for me, that problem was being a hijabi that's fashion forward into the modeling industry. And I want to dress modestly, but also look good, like I'm doing now, which was a little bit hard. Most of the things I wear now, about 90% of them, I produce myself, because the ones that are shipped into the country are either already been worn or are too expensive, or in most cases not made for Sierra Leone. That means my taste, my style, and also the weather, because some of them are made from the Middle East, and the color, which we'll be doing that too here. So, and also another solution that I thought about, that I created through collection, was back in 2019 when, unfortunately, I'm an adult, I was in school, I'm out of school now, I'm not having lunch, I'm basically starving. I need to think of a way to survive. So I thought of putting my creativity, which is my interest, into fashion, into work. So I started learning how to create clothes. And now, alhamdulillah, 2 years down, I launched the collection in 2020. 2 years down, I have about 10 employees. I've been able to establish my brand, not just in Sierra Leone, largely in the modest industry. The fact that I am very present in the model, being a model and also a show host, Islamic show host, I've been able to tap into the international market, also targeting Sierra Leonean Muslim and non-Muslim people that choose to wear custom-made clothes in Sierra Leone that are of high quality, by the way. That's something also that we are taught at Limkokwing, to focus on packaging, finishing, how you present your work. You can see what I'm wearing. I made this. Can you tell? I don't think so. So I've been able to target, when I meet people, when I send my stuff to people in the US, UK, and now I've been able to get contacts in Australia too, they are always proud of the fact that this is made in salon. We usually, when things are made in salon, they're usually, half and half. That's what we know. So one good thing about what Limkokwing has taught me, which I did not really figure until later on when I won, last year when I won the beach night, is that it has, Limkokwing has created this thing in my mind where I know what I can do, and it's not even impossible anymore. And I know it's my job to think of solutions to solve the problems in our society. It's not my job to go seek job after Limkokwing. And with the establishment of this innovative hub, you guys have already seen what the others have done. And with Limkokwing, with Choco Collection, I'm continuing to grow. Now I'm able to employ a few interns also that I'm teaching and training. Most of them are actually in university, or I've started to their WASC. When they see my content online, they see that I'm also in university. I constantly tell them that I'm at Limkokwing, I'm a business student, but I'm also a tailor. Let me not even say designer. I'm doing the work, I'm cutting, I'm sewing. So they see that this is not a job that is just for people that are not educated. I've been able to motivate more people to go into learning skills, which alhamdulillah I got that influence from Limkokwing. Thank you.
So thank all presenters. As we can see, what we are investing in this campus is something great and magnificent. From the different presentations, you see that we do our research well, we make sure we find problems in our societies that we can solve, and we put our money where our mouths are. We also see in this space, you see that it's a lovely and beautiful space where you can come and sit, be refreshed, be able to think well, to think creatively, and to be able to get your thinking capacity to another level. There are great marks here, there's a television there, and there are many other things that we can tap into. So as we bring this time to a close, we want to thank our special guests for being part of this time, helping us grace this time, and helping this college, which has a great culture of creativity and a great culture right on from the lecturers to the students of building a great nation. We thank you for helping us to go to another level. At this point in time, please want all special guests to join us in the boardroom for light refreshment and just for a short time of interaction. Thank you so much for that.
You give me wings to fly.